Good day, everyone. If someone can confirm. Okay, so let's start. Thank you so much for watching this live stream. I believe this is going to be a very important session because we're going to talk about an amazing cybersecurity tool. A tool that any SOC analyst, any cybersecurity team, any cybersecurity professional need to be aware of. This tool combines same solution, XDR, extended detection and response, compliance monitor, vulnerability management, malware detection, even can be configured as a DLP. So it's a huge tool that you can practice if you are serious about cybersecurity, or you can implement in your organization if you are a startup or a small company and you cannot afford to implement or spend that much money on cybersecurity tool. The most important part in this discussion is that this tool, it's a free open source tool. So if you consider how much you should spend to fulfill those requirements in an organization, this is going to be quite expensive. While you can download this tool for free, very easy to configure, very easy to implement, and be able to monitor all your infrastructure and comply with all the regulation. So let's talk about this tool which called Wazo. So before showing you the tool and before explaining how to implement it and how to install the agent, which is a very easy steps, let me first highlight on the importance of having this tool. So let me go to the ISO, for example, as one of the global cybersecurity standards. And same apply for any other standard, HIPAA, GDPR, PCI DSS, any standard will have almost the same requirement. If we search on ISO, for example, for vulnerability management, you will get to see that one of the control, you need to have a tool to manage technical vulnerability. So what tool are you going to use? Are you going to use Tenable, Rapid7? A lot of those tools are paid. Even the free one like Template is like Tenable, they give you only like 25 IPs. So it has a limitation. So you need a tool for vulnerability management to your organization to comply with the standard and regulation. What about protection against malware? So we do have a control where we have to implement a protection against malware, which means you need to have an antivirus and you need to have the enterprise version where you can monitor the antivirus from a console. We need to have a threat intelligence. So threat intelligence also is one of the requirements. So you need to have a threat intelligence platform. You may need, or some standard requests to have a data loss prevention or data leakage prevention. So one of the challenge implementing compliance is the amount of tools that you need to purchase. And most of those tools are are subscription based, which means you're going to need to pay annually for them. And also same solution, I forget to show you that we need to have a same solution to be able to monitor all the logs. What if you know that there is one open source free tool that you can download in a very easy way and you can configure it and use it right away, and it includes all those tools. So this is Wazo, the application, and as you can see, it has a lot of features. It has a SIEM solution. It has a threat hunting. It manages all the vulnerability. It manages all the compliance monitoring. So here you can see all compliance such as PCI DSS, HIPAA, NIST 853. So you will find whatever you need in this tool, and it will give you a full visibility about your infrastructure, and it monitor all the endpoint. This include all operating system, Windows, Linux, Mac, give you full visibility and let you manage the security in a very professional way, complying with all the requirements. This is WASA framework. So let me show you how to implement that, but let me see first if we have, is the voice clear and you can see my screen? I think it would be quite useful if you just confirm. Okay. Okay, so let me get back to WASA. So is it complicated to implement? Is it hard to implement? Actually, it's quite simple. And I will show you in a few steps how to implement WASO in your organization. Now, this is very useful for two categories. First, if you want to practice some of the cybersecurity tool, and one of the challenge is that how can I practice on a real SIM solution? Those are expensive, like QRadar or Splunk. Even Splunk, they have an open source, but it's limited for a while. What if I need to implement a vulnerability management tool? I need to practice on a real vulnerability management tool or a real SIM solution or a real compliance monitoring, threat intelligence. If I'm practicing to gain the skills and I'm practicing on a home lab, I will not be able to provide such resources. But this tool will allow you to practice realistically and accordingly add those skills to your CV. Also, it's very, very useful for small and medium organization who cannot afford to spend that much money on a SIM solution and a vulnerability management or vulnerability assessment tool, threat intelligence, XDR that include NDR and EDR. It's not cheap, it's expensive. But if they have an open source free tool like that, easy to configure and easy to manage, they will be very beneficial because now you comply with the standard and regulation. And in the same time, you don't spend that much time, money to implement that. So how can I start? Actually, it's an open source and you can go to their website, wasa.com. And they have to do two different ways to implement that. The first way and the easiest way is to implement or install a WASA virtual machine. WASA consists of three different parts. It has the management, it has the index, and it has the dashboard. It's very, very easy to implement it in a real environment. You just need a Linux machine and you run few commands. But what if you don't have that experience or you don't know how to run command on Linux machine? It's easy. You can just go to their documentation website, documentation.wasa.com, and download the virtual machine and open it right away. And now you have a solution ready that you can use it right away. So you can download this OVA file and open it directly from VirtualBox or VMware, and it will open and start, and it will give you the default username and password that you can use to run the services. And once you run this virtual machine from your virtual machine, then you take the virtual machine IP and you log into this IP like that. You just open your browser, put the IP of the Linux virtual machines that you downloaded from WASO, and log in with admin, username, username admin, and password admin. And now you have full access to the WASO application. So implemented, WASO couldn't be much easier. You just download the virtual machine and run it in any VM client like VirtualBox or VMware. And that's it. And both of them are free. VirtualBox are free and VMware Player are free as well. So to run the application, you just need to run the virtual machine and then go to a browser from any computer on the same network and just go to the IP column 443. It will give you the login page. This is the first point. Second point, to be able to monitor all my infrastructure, I need to install an agent on each one of the machine in my network. All Windows, all Linux, all Mac, all servers. So I need to get an agent from the application and install it on all the machine. Is it hard? It's very, very simple. Let me show you how. So right now, I don't have any computer connected to my WASO. I cannot monitor anything. So what I can do, I can go here in this drop list. Let me zoom in. And from here, you should find agent management. Here you go, agent management. And you go to summary. And from here, I have to log in again. You will find out that you can create an agent from, let me go back to the same option. Here you go. I will go to agent management. I just need to zoom in. Here you go. Yeah. And from agent management, I can take the first option and it will give you the status of the agent. And in the same times, you're going to be allowed, or you can create an agent from here and select this agent will run on which operating system. So you can click on deploy new agent. And from here, you have three different options. This agent will be on a Windows machine. So the Windows machine will be showing here. I can see the status of the machine. Is there any vulnerability? What is the update status? The hygiene of the machine. It gives you a full visibility. Is it on a Linux machine? Is it on the Mac machine? So it's a very straightforward process. Let's say I want to prepare an agent for a Windows machine. So I will click here, and there is two different inputs that I need to add. The first input will be the IP of the server. So here, I just need to add the address of the server. So here is the server address. Okay, I think this is the virtual machine IP. In my case, it's 10 to 11.55.6. So I will write it down here, 10, 11.55.6. And below here, there is one optional, which is the name of the agent. I mean, you can keep the default name, but I will suggest to put a name for the agent, because after a while, you will have different agent. You have agent for Windows, agent for server, agent for Mac, for Linux. So for example, I will write down here, WASO underscore Windows underscore agent. You can name whatever you want, but it's better to have a convenient name instead of using the full name. And that's it. So when you scroll down here, you will find out that you have two commands that you need to run on a terminal to the machine to be able to connect to this WASO. So you need to run this command here on your Windows machine. So you don't have to memorize it. You can just copy it. And once you do that, you need to copy another command, which is this one, to run the services. So let's do that together. Let me go to a Windows machine on my network. Here you go. And from this Windows machine, I will go here on the start, and I will type PowerShell and right click on PowerShell. and run as administrator. There you go. And yes, and just paste the comment. This will download the agent. So I'm just pasted here. And as you can see, he's now downloading the agent. Okay. So the agent is downloaded, and if I want to check, I can do something. I can go back to my machine, and I will see that, sorry, where is, yeah, here you go. So if I want to make sure that the agent was downloaded successful, it's easy. You can go to the control panel and the program, and control panel, here you go. And you should find that the Wazo agent has been installed on this machine. So let's go here and let's search for program. And when we open the program here, you should find that Wazo has been installed, as you can see here. So installing, very easy. Just go to the deploy agent from the agent in the menu, select the operating system, and it will give you a Windows where you write down the IP of the server, which is the virtual machine IP. You take the IP and you write the name, and it will give you the commands that you need to run on the machine. Now let me go back to my server one more time. Here you go. And one more step remaining, which is start the agent. And even that, they give you the command. All you have to do is to copy the command and copy it back in the PowerShell. Here is the command. And you should have an option here for copying. Where is it? So here you go. Yeah, copy. And I will go back to my virtual machine, to my Windows machine, just to run the service. So I checked that the agent was installed. I just need now to go back to the PowerShell. Let me close this one and run this command. Maybe I didn't copy it. Let me do it one more time. And once I do that, I suppose I should find the machine connected to my Wazo server. So let me do it one more time. Yeah, here you go. For some reason, it's not clear where is copy. Yeah, here you go. Not an issue. Let me copy it the same way it is because it's a small comment. So let me, here you go. And let me get back to our virtual machine. Yeah, and that's it. So now the Wazo agent has been deployed on our one of the endpoints. So now I can check and see if this machine is connected now or not. Let me go back here. And I can see that one machine has been connected, so I can fully monitor and control this machine. And doing the same on all other machines, regardless of what operating systems they run, will give you a full visibility about. Now, all the logs will be captured here. You can check the compliance level on, on the tool what is the percentage of the compliance. You can verify any vulnerability on any of the machine. It has an XDR, so in case of any incident, it will detect and response. It has a threat intelligence tool. You can detect malware from all your infrastructure. So you have the full security framework implemented using only one free tool. I hope the session was informative and I hope you find it useful. I believe this is important for business and for individual as well to practice on a real tool. And thank you so much, and I wish you all the best.